What's poppin', yo? Welcome back to another YouTube video. Today, I am so excited to talk about Outer Banks Season 2. So, I took a look at Outer Banks Season 1 yesterday, and today I sat down for 10 hours in a row, because this season of Outer Banks Season 2, just like Season 1, just like Season 3, and just like Season 4, has 10 episodes, all roughly between 30 minutes and an hour long episodes. So, roughly, we sat here for about 10 hours. I got up at 7 o'clock in the morning, and I finished it at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. That is commitment, that is beautiful storytelling, and I watched it all in one go because I don't like waiting. I like to binge watch shows because I get the full story all in one, and nothing is left on a cliffhanger. So, how this season starts is exactly where Season 1 left off. These guys are still, going for the gold. The main characters, obviously JJ, Pope, and Kiara, they think that John B and Sarah are dead. Those two aren't dead. They're on a cargo ship heading towards where her parents live. And John B promises not to break into their sort of holiday home. John B breaks into the holiday home, finds the gold. They then meet a Jamaican lass and her group. They then heist that thing. They steal a small portion of the gold. They then come back together and heist it when the gold is moving, with Sarah's dad and brother in that sort of truck. They formulate a very good plan. They then goes to shit because Rafe shoots Sarah. That's not good. That is not good in the slightest. So John B runs to a doctor and he's like, damn, help out my girl. Doctor's like, cool. Sarah dies. Sarah then comes back. The big guy doesn't leave with the gold. The gold gets taken off the boat and given back. We then don't see those guys for a very long time. John B then decides it's time to go home. So they go back to, big old Outer Banks. And JJ, Pope, and Kiara, they have a letter, and they go back to school. They carve an engraving on the tree for John B. That letter takes them to Charleston, where they meet an old lady who is a descendant from one of the captains on one of the boats, who wants the gold, who wants a giant golden cross, and she knows Pope has the key. Pope was about to get kidnapped, so they broke out, ran away. They run and stumble into John B and Sarah. They then go back to their gaff, have a fucking grand old party, have a fucking boogie. Police then show up, take John B away. They testify for John B. Then, they prove John B's innocence after almost getting caught and doing terrible plans himself. JJ tries to save him in an ambulance. Fucking Kiara tries to do her own thing. Pope finds a gun in the sewers with Kiara, and they don't even need to do anything because Cameron turns himself in and then blows up a boat. There you go. Sarah and John B then go through a little bit of turmoil because John B looked pretty smug and pretty happy that Cameron died. And, they find the cross in the church after doing a little bit of ghost busting, some mystery solving. And Rafe steals that cross and sends it to where his dad has the other gold. And then he leaves with his older sister and his mother. They kidnap Sarah, try and take her. Unfortunately, they all hop on the boat in a cargo hold. They save Sarah, they lose the cross, and they end up on a desert island, call it Pogelandia, and that's where the season ends. Honestly, this season was incredible. So many twists and turns, so many close calls, and it just gives these characters such sense of, being the underdog. It gives them so much to lose. They're putting so much on the line for all of it. It has real consequences. It has real issues that these characters have to face. It gives you a full story. It shows them as the bottom group. It shows them as the underdogs. It shows the story from their view. Shows them being picked on. Shows them being looked down on. Shows them being treated like shit because of them being poorer and not having the best of parents compared to the other side of Figure 8. And Gotta be honest, seeing these characters grow, seeing these characters' relationship develop, we had a pretty good love thing going on here between Kiara and Pope. We then have it also crumble in this season, and we also have John B and Sarah going through a little bit of love struggles, with Sarah going towards Topper and then going back. You know, she was doing a little bit of flip-flopping. She isn't fully back with Topper, but there's a little bit of hints there because John B just isn't it. And she needs Topper to sort of do stuff for her. So she tries to a little bit use and abuse Topper. I don't like Topper. Also, watching this show, I've gained a few new phrases, which I use quite often. And every time Topper's on screen, for whatever reason, my brain just goes, Topper. So every time Topper's on screen, it's annoying, because I watch this show with my nana. Every time Topper shows up, she has to listen to me go, Topper. Just, I don't know why I do it. I don't know where that came from, but it's now a religion. Also, anytime JJ does anything, it's go JJ go. Like, go on JJ. That's what I shout at the TV, because I absolutely adore JJ. He's my personal favorite character. I fucking love him, and that is just what happens. JJ's just sick. His plans are terrible, but you gotta love him. The relationship between their parents as well is shown to give them an even more sense of being the underdogs, because no one believes in them, no one cares what they're doing, everyone is trying to stop them, everyone feels against them, and they keep getting thrown down, they keep losing, they're on a consistent losing streak, and they're always trying to improve their situation, which gives you the hope for them, and hopes that they're successful. And it is a little repetitive that they keep losing, and they don't even have a streak of good luck, or they don't even have anything good going on for them. It does make you feel for them, though, and it does give you that stronger bond, because it's not all sunshine and rainbows. It's more realistic, it's more like close to home, and gives you a connection with these characters. You can really connect with these characters and sort of see how they are. It's like Spider-Man. Again, using that analogy, anyone can be under the mask. Majority of the people aren't well off. Majority of people aren't rich. Majority of people are more like Pogues than they are kooks from Figure 8. Again, not everyone is as bad off as the Pogues, but more people are in the poorer side than they are in the rich side. So, you know, Pogues are more relatable and, again, much more sort of higher thought of by the audience of this show. We have more issues arising with more gold, and with more gold means a second chance. Unfortunately, that second chance is taken away from them, and again, goes to the Camerons, which provides more hatred towards them, and they're getting crazier and crazier by the day. In my opinion, Rafe needs to be sent to, a hospital. Rafe needs help. No fucking way. It shouldn't be, any of these characters being sent to a psych ward. It should be Rafe. Rafe needs help. The shit that he's doing and the shit that he thinks is okay isn't okay and needs to be, sorted and solved, and holy shit, they need to sort Rafe out. Rafe is a fucking huge problem. I'm saying that from the, bottom of my heart. Rafe needs help. He might not accept that help, but he needs it. He fucking needs it. Seeing the connection to these characters grow over the course of this season as well is really good. It's really, really nice to see them sort of grow as a group and connect together. It is just incredible, and it just works out so nicely. Even though they're always down in the luck, they always stick together. They're always sort of joining forces and always keeping their heads held high. Even when the odds are against them, they're constantly sort of trying to sort of, keep their heads up and, just stay in the game. They're always one step behind because, again, they aren't rich like the others. They don't have the resources to sort of do all this. They're doing this with their bare hands. They're doing this with nothing. And I really want them to catch a break. I really do. They deserve it. They put so much effort in that they deserve to catch a break. They need it. Honestly, this season, I think, was a little bit better than the first one. The first one was designed to hook you in, get you into the characters, get you into the mystery. The second one then amplifies that and puts that up tenfold, with them getting, caught, with them getting into trouble, with sort of John B going to prison, with Cameron coming back, dying and coming back again. it does feel like no one can stay dead in this show. Like, Cameron has come back now, like, even though we thought he was dead. Like, he blew himself up, but no, he's back now, because of course he is. And, you know, I wouldn't be expected if more characters came back from the dead, to be fair. So, other than that, I don't really have much else to say. I think it is a little bit better than the first one, so I'm going to give it a solid 8 out of 10. Honestly, fucking brilliant show, and if you haven't seen it, I recommend that you watch it. There is 4 seasons currently out and a 5th one on the way, so definitely go check it out before the 5th one comes out, or you'll have more to watch, and it'll be even more of a commitment. And just like One Piece, because of the episode count, it'll probably put you off. But I'm here to tell you that it is fucking brilliant. I put this off because of the episode count, and I wish I didn't, because it is fucking good. It is fucking good. So, other than that, I hope you all enjoyed this YouTube video. I'll see you all next one. I hope you all have an incredible day, and goodbye. Stay home and stay safe. If you do want me to review any other TV shows, movies, or anime, please do leave them down in the comments below. And if I do like your comment or respond to it, I will get onto it as quickly as possible. As well, you know, I do have a 3-month backlog of videos, so it might take me a little bit longer to get onto your sort of recommendation, but I will try my best to do it as soon as possible. That's enough from me. Come back tomorrow, we'll take a look at Outer Banks Season 3, and whilst you're waiting for that, please take a look at yesterday's upload, which was Outer Banks Season 1. Alright, enough said, bye-bye.